to these devoted offices, she may merit the rising into life through Christ our Lord. Let us all be seated for a moment. Winston will read the Bible.
Good morning. Thank you, St. Charles, for this beautiful service setting. Today we honor the life of Felisa Lasala and her family. Thank all of them for attending. Please know that our words today are small and brief and not only express our gratitude to each of you for your thoughts and prayers. Joy cometh in the morning. I don't know how to pray for joy. We cannot avoid the tears that will fall today and the days ahead, or dry the ones from yesterday. But with everyone's presence here today, we give us strength, hope, and hope such a tremendous loss. So coming together in this church is exactly what Renee would want each of us to do, as she often found comfort within these walls as she faced the challenges of life. We are thankful to have Father Nelson at our side supporting the family. For holding this service and praying with us tonight during your journey into the Lord's arms. His presence is a blessing for the family and much appreciated. And I was always excited to have Father Nelson come over to the house. And it would make us very happy that he was here today. Felisa's immediate family is here today, including 12 grandchildren, daughters, Jenny, Joy, Teresa, and Eileen, brother Danny, and of course, the love of her life, Grandma June, for 46 years. She also has a sister and 6 brothers in the Philippines, plus nieces and nephews in Europe, Asia, the Middle East, and spread across the United States. She definitely has a global reach, and their prayers are felt today. To our many friends and co-workers who are here today, we thank you for coming and sharing your memories with the family. And I's courage and unwavering faith in God was present every day in her life. And her illness was likely a test of us and not her faith. For the last few months, we came together to recite prayers, we pleaded for a heavenly miracle, and called on angels for hope and compassion. Ultimately, the Lord answered our prayers in a way that we can't understand, and the angels did come. We carried the eye into our heavenly journey. While she fought bravely to stay with us, in the end the Lord persisted, and she is now in His hands. I believe she is at peace because her family is strong in their faith, and she knew her children would unite together and always support each other. From what I can tell, Renee had 4 principles by which she lived her life. She loved the Lord, and she did not miss Sunday Mass or an opportunity to thank God for the life He provided her. Her rosary was a constant companion to support her in time of need and help keep her grounded. She looked forward to being in church every Sunday with Grandpa, her children and grandchildren. During Mass, her face would light up at the sound of the grandchildren singing in the choir and seeing her granddaughters serving at the altar. She seemed truly at home here. As a wife, she loved her husband beyond words. Every day she would be up at 5 a.m. to prepare his coffee and a breakfast snack before work. In the winter, I would see her wearing 2 coats and a stocking cap. Her hands would shake from the cold, but everything was prepared perfectly, and she never complained. There were days I watched the 2 of them carry on a conversation, which consisted of a series of head nods, looks, and grunts that showed their love didn't need words, but only to be at each other's side. They did, however, sometimes have disagreements. I know that's hard to believe with Grandma being so understanding. But the way they worked that out was Grandpa fixed cars and Grandma cooked. Everybody was a winner. We had a lot of cars and everybody had great food. And as you can imagine, any disagreement ended as soon as the food hit the table. As a mother, Renee raised her 4 incredibly loving and devoted daughters that emulated her love of family. She was wanting to know that her daughters cared for her these last few months with a gentleness that maintained her comfort and peace. They were a protective cocoon around her as she fought her illness and never left her side. She was also there for her children every day of their lives without exception, quick to inspire, to instruct, and guide them as they grew and started families of their own. They were an inseparable team, and she would not allow anything to come between them. Her son Joel is not here today, but she proved the power of a mother's love to accept mistakes, reconcile the past, and look to the future with hope. Their loving bond is unbreakable, and although they were not together in tonight's passing, their hearts will always be united. She has 12 grandchildren, and she would somehow make each one of them feel like they are the only one. She cheers the loudest at each graduation, home run, and drum meet with her trademark woo-hoo. She loved to be their party coordinator, head cook, bus driver, cheerleader, advisor, comforter, and defender. Throughout her life, she worked hard and sacrificed so much trying to provide for her family. She sent her children to college, brought them to America, helped raise their families, cheered their triumphs, and consoled their mistakes. She measured her success by the accomplishments of her family, and she had many. A grandson in the Marines, straight A report cards, sports champions, a JROTC commanding officer, choir solos, altar sermons, college graduations, and yes, American citizenship for her and her children. And finally, she was a very giving person. In life, she wanted nothing for herself, and only to help others, whether that was someone in the family, a friend, or a neighbor. Someone in need always became a personal cause for her. She had few physical possessions because of her selfless generosity to others, but she was far richer than most in the love she felt between family and friends. I know this because I am going to speak here today. And I trusted Joy and I were meant to be married, even though many others did not feel so. I'm not sure what Dad was thinking when I asked him, but I'm pretty sure that the night had instructed him on the way. Her children are the most beloved part of her life, and it must have been immeasurably difficult for her to allow Joy and I to board an airplane for such a place so far away, with only hope and a prayer in her heart that we would be okay. I am forever grateful that she found it within her heart to give Joy and I her blessing. Finally, I want to thank her agents in the Philippines for making her so happy during her recent trip. I know she often had them on her mind, and praying for their bright futures was something she did every day. There are many stories and memories to share today and in the days to come. And as the family gathers together for future meals, events, and parties, there will always be a certain emptiness that cannot be avoided. We feel it today, and most surely will feel it tomorrow. The night will want us together with smiles, happiness in our hearts, sharing our stories of the past and dreams for the future. May we come together and keep that wish alive for all the days to come. Thank you.
Before we go our separate ways, let us take leave of our sister Felisa. May our farewell express our affection for her. May it ease our sadness and strengthen our hope. One day we shall joyfully meet her again in the love of Christ which conquers all things, destroys even death itself. Into your hands, Father. Father of mercies, we commend Felisa in this sure certain hope that together with all who have died in Christ, she will rise with him on the last day. Merciful Lord, turn toward us and listen to our prayers. Open the gates of paradise to your servants, and help us to remain to comfort one another with assurances of faith and to your in Christ. And are with you and with our sister Felisa forever. We ask this through Christ our Lord. May